The last example for this note says if alpha is in quadrant 2 and beta is in quadrant 4 and sine of alpha is 4/5 and tangent of beta is negative 12/5, find the exact value of cosine of alpha minus beta. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to write down the rule that goes for the difference of cosines. So that'd be cosine of alpha, cosine of beta, plus sine alpha, sine beta. Okay? So I know I've given the sine of alpha, so I'll just be able to plug that right in. But then I don't know what the cosine of alpha or the sine and cosine of beta is. So what I always do with every single one of these is I draw a little picture first. Okay? And it says alpha is in quadrant 2, so I know alpha is going to come up here. So this is alpha. And it says sine of alpha, which is opposite over hypotenuse, is 4/5. So again, use Pythagorean theorem or your Pythagorean triples, and you know that this side will be 3 and it's going backwards, so it's a negative. Okay. Do the same thing for beta, which is in quadrant, tells us that beta is in quadrant 4. Okay, so this is beta here. It says tangent, which is opposite over adjacent, is a negative 12/5. So tangent, or the 12 is a negative and the 5 is positive. You have your 5, 12, 13 triangle. Pythagorean triple there. Okay? So now I can plug everything back into the nice formula that we have and be able to figure it out. So we got to first figure out what cosine of alpha is. Cosine is a negative 3/5. Cosine of beta, come down here. Cosine is 5/13. Plus sine of alpha, sine would be 4/5. And sine of beta, come down here, will be a negative 12/13. Okay? And we got all those values by just simply drawing our two triangles out and plugging those things in. Okay? And so now all we're going to do is simplify our numbers there. Here, these cancel out to 1s. Those reduce to 1s, so that goes just to negative 3/13. Plus, well actually it'd be a plus times a minus, so that really just goes to a minus. Erase that there. Nothing, unfortunately nothing reduces there, so that'd be what, a negative 48 over, was it 65? Okay. If I'd have kept that in terms of 65ths, I'd have been able to reduce that fraction a little bit easier, but that is okay. If I go through and I can do it on my calculator or whatnot, I'm punching in my calculator right now, negative 3/13 minus 48/65, and change it back to a fraction, that'll give me a negative 63/65. Okay? And that's the exact answer. If you want to see me work that out in this fraction form real quick, if you do not reduce those out, that would just be negative 15/65 minus 48/65. And then since you have your common denominator, should have done it this way the first time, but easier than punching the calculator. And then negative 15 minus 48 gives you the negative 63. Okay? So either way, calculator or no calculator, gives you the same thing. But I was able to find the cosine of alpha minus beta given the sine of alpha and the tangent of beta, and still get the exact value for that answer.